All right, everybody. Hello, and thank you for tuning in to another show. Today is September 15th, 2021, and this is Watchman 776. So I'm going to share the the most incredible experience I ever had in my entire life. Words can't describe it. So I'll do my best. I'll do my very best. So I went to bed one day, and I fell asleep. And while I was sleeping, I felt my body leave, I felt my spirit being, rather, leave the earth. It was instantaneous. It was just like 1 minute I was in my bed, and then the next minute, just boom. Like I just opened my eyes, and I knew immediately I was in heaven. Now, all I saw was just complete white, bright white, and that was it. But I knew that it was heaven because I saw Jesus standing there. And he was about 35 feet tall. And I've heard other people say they've had dreams like that, and they've said, yeah, he's about 30 to 40 feet tall. So it was just kind of odd. Like, I just came up to, like, I'm only about 6 feet tall, so I came up to his, just like below his kneecap. And for those of you who may not know, Jesus had the coolest clothing back in the day. His clothing didn't have any seams, just hems at the cuffs and at the cuffs and at the bottoms, but no seams. So I'm like, is this really you? And so I get down, and I'm looking at the hem of his garment and checking for a seam. I'm like, no seam. This must be you. He just laughed. He's like, he's like, who else would it be? And I just was like, yeah. Anyway, so I was just in awe, right? I'm like, wow, I'm finally here. But it was just me and Jesus, and I just kind of was just like in shock and just so excited. And I said, let's wrestle. Now, I'm the oldest of 4 boys, and that's what brothers do. We love each other. We don't want to hurt each other, but we just like submitting each other, and it's just a fun thing. It's like a bonding time. So that's what we did. He's like, you want to wrestle? I'm like, yeah, I think I could have a good chance of taking you on. He just kind of, I could just tell he was just smiling. I couldn't see his face or anything, but I just knew. You just felt the happiness and the joy and the presence of Jesus and love. And I could just tell he was just kind of like laughing at me at the same time. So what he does is I'm not sure what the name of the wrestling move is, but when they get up on the top rope and they jump off and they land on the opponent with one leg and pin him to the mat. Well, that's what he did to me. I'm like, oh, I'm stuck. I'm like, oh, I'm bucking and pushing as hard as I can, and I'm like squirming, trying to get out, and I'm like, just don't break my hip. I've seen this before. I know the story. I don't want a broken hip. I need to be able to go to work tomorrow. And he laughed. He's like, I won't break your hip. So I tapped out. He's like, you give up? Like, yeah. I was just like trying to wrestle a tree. It was just crazy. And then I got up, and Jesus got up too. And I was just kind of like standing there, like kind of like thinking, like, what's next? What can we do next? I want to do something, And he looked at me. Well, I could tell he was looking at me, and he said, playtime is over. I was like, what? I just got here. I want to stay here. I don't want to leave. He says, not yet. There's still much work to be done. And I was like, oh, I had this big heaviness in my heart and a big sigh. And I said, yeah, I know. And that was the end of the dream, or whatever you want to call it, vision, dream, experience. And when I woke up, I was like, man, I kind of like wasted my time. If I would have known I only had like 10 minutes, if that, I would have maybe asked them some questions or talked with them. But yeah, that's what it was. It's just wrestling time and bonding, and I guess the message was, we're getting close, very close to going home. Not yet, because I believe when he said there is still much work to be done, I believe he was saying that we, the 144,000, still have a lot of work ahead of us. We have to go for training, and then we come back, and that's when the work begins. I'm ready. I'm more than ready. I've been so ready all my life. And yeah, since I found out I was 144,000, it's been like every day I'm like, oh, well, another day? All right, well, just keep on plugging away and doing what we got to do. We're supposed to keep busy and keep working every day, because the Bible says you don't work, you don't eat. So keep on occupying until he takes us out of here. So I just wanted to share that with you, because I know, and we all know, all those of us that have eyes to see and ears to hear know that we are very, very close to going home. So I just wanted to give you some encouragement and reassurance that we are very close and we are going home very soon. And something to look forward to. So I just wanted to share that and say that I love you all with the love of Christ. And I'll see you all in the air, Lord's will.